Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, as you can see, today we are going to read poem 5 Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. So before we will begin this lesson, first of all let us discuss about the poet and about the poem, difficult words and their meanings. Then we will go through line by line explanation of this poem. After explanation we will discuss poetic devices used in this poem. So you all get ready with your book. Open your book at page number 103, poem 5, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Let us first discuss about the author. About the poet, Adrienne Rich was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She is widely known for her involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, 3 collections of essays and other writings, a strong resistance to racism and militarism echoes through her work. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Life, which we are going to read, it tells us about the obstacles which a woman comes across because of her married life, due to the married life. This is what the poet Adrienne Rich tells us in this poem. So let us go through the short introduction of the poem. Then we will go through line by line explanation of this poem. Let us discuss the mood of the poet. Aunt Jennifer in this poem, she is anxious, fearful, sad and nervous. She is in a state of turmoil because of her husband's dominating, terrifying nature. The poem addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. Aunt Jennifer represents women all across the world who are caught under the oppressive hand of a patriarchal society, man-made society, male-dominated society. She is torn between the impulse to freedom and imagination. Her tapestry of prancing tigers and the massive weight of gender roles and expectations symbolized Uncle's wedding band. Theme of the poem. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers reflects the gender struggle that women across the world are subject to. The poet citizens the male-dominated world. The poet criticizes, it is not citizens, by mistake I mispronounced it. The poet criticizes the male-dominated world. The poem revolves around desires and the depressing, harsh realities of Aunt Jennifer's existence, using sharp contrasts between the tiger that she sees and her own self. The tigers that she embroiders appears to be everything that she is not. The tiger's actions are smooth, uninhibited and robust. Aunt Jennifer, on the other hand, has great trouble even embroidering because her movements are so weak and bumbling. Aunt Jennifer is evidently a lonely, pained old woman, plagued with anxiety. The reason for her miserable plight is the uh, oppressive patriarchal family system wherein uncle dominates the scene. She creates an alternative world of freedom, a world that she pins for. Let us go through the justification of the title. Aunt Jennifer's tigers are Aunt Jennifer's as they are her creation. She has embroidered them on a screen. They are representative of her hidden aspirations and desires. Aunt Jennifer is oppressed by the constraints of her married life and her husband's dominating nature. She feels herself as a slave. She embroiders tigers on the panel because tigers symbolize strength, confidence, fearlessness, freedom, and power, which she aspires for. She creates animals so different from her own character to show the brightness in her married life, to give vent to her suppressed feeling, and to show strong resistance to male dominated society. She wants to get out of the bondage imposed by the uncle, if not in reality, then at least symbolically. She has given an expression of her hidden, unfulfilled desires through her tapestry of prancing tigers. This shows that Aunt Jennifer is weak, submissive, meek, and is scared of expressing her feelings freely. She expresses her feelings through art and creativity. Now let me write the difficult words and their meanings. Then we will go through line by line explanation of this poem. So first word is topaz. Topaz means a transparent yellow precious stone. Topaz. A transparent topaz means a transparent yellow precious stone. Transparent yellow precious stone. Denizens. Denizens means dwellers. Denizens means dwellers. Next word is sleek. Sleek means elegant and well groomed. Sleek means elegant and well groomed. elegant and well groomed. Chivalric means honorable and brave. Chivalric. Chivalric means honorable and brave. Honorable and brave. Certainty. Certainty means confidence. Certainty means confidence. Okay, so these are the hard words and their meanings from stanza 1. Now look at stanza 1. Before going through stanza 1, let us go through this section before you read. What does the title of the poem suggest to you? Are you reminded of other poem on tigers? So you must have read other poems on tigers. In class 10th too, you have read the poems on tiger, a tiger in the zoo. Okay, where the poet compares two tigers, one which is in the zoo and another one which is in the forest. So let us begin the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. So the first line of this poem, Adrian Rich tells us that Aunt Jennifer has created some tigers on the screen. Aunt Jennifer has embroidered some tigers on a panel, on a screen, and they are prancing, they are jumping. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. So here the poetess calls the tiger bright topaz denizens. So the poetess Adrian Rich called the tigers as a transparent yellow. They are like transparent yellow precious stones. The tigers are like precious yellow stones. Now let me write the difficult words and their meanings. Then we will go through line by line explanation of this poem. So first word is topaz. Topaz means a transparent yellow precious stone. Topaz. A transparent topaz means a transparent yellow precious stone. Transparent yellow precious stone. Denizens. Denizens means dwellers. Denizens means dwellers. Next word is sleek. Sleek means elegant and well groomed. Sleek means elegant and well groomed. Elegant and well groomed. Chivalric means honorable and brave. certainty. Certainty means confidence. Certainty means confidence. Okay, so these are the hard words and their meanings from stanza 1. Now look at stanza 1. Before going through stanza 1, let us go through this section. Before you read, what does the title of the poem suggest to you? Are you reminded of other poem on tigers? So you must have read other poems on tigers. In class 10th too, you have read the poems on tiger, A Tiger in the Zoo. Okay, where the poet compares two tigers, one which is in the zoo and another one which is in the forest. So let us begin the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. So the first line of this poem, Adrian Rich tells us that Aunt Jennifer has created some tigers on the screen. Aunt Jennifer has embroidered some tigers on a panel, on a screen, and they are prancing, they are jumping. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. So here the poetess calls the tiger bright topaz denizens. So the poetess Adrian Rich called the tigers as a transparent yellow. They are like transparent yellow precious stones. The tigers are like precious yellow stones. So the poet calls them like a transparent yellow precious stone dwellers. So the poet calls them a very here the poet regards the tigers as very powerful animal of the forest. That is a world of green. The world of green means forest. So Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. So the way Aunt Jennifer has created tigers on a panel, on a screen, they are looking bright. They are looking a transparent yellow precious stone of a green of world, means they are the powerful, bright and powerful dwellers of the forest. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. So these tigers, they do not fear the men who are beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. So they pace, in elegant, in honorable and brave manner, full of confidence. So, with the first stanza, what does the poet wants to tell us? What message does the poet wants to convey us? Aunt Jennifer is the victim of male-dominated society in this poem. After she had got married, she had been exploited by uncle. She had no freedom. So she wanted the freedom as a tiger has in the forest. So that is why she had created the tiger on the panel, because she wanted to express herself she wanted to live in freedom, but she could not because of uncle, because of the exploitation, because of this male dominated society. She had no freedom to express herself. So that is why she had created the tigers, and at the same time she had also created the men who was standing under the trees, and she wants to show that the tigers, they did not fear the men who was standing beneath the tree, who was standing under the tree. Okay. On the other hand, the women in society, they have to fear the men, because our society is male dominated society. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. So Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. Even Aunt Jennifer could not pull the ivory needle through the wool easily. Her hand was her hands were shaking, her hands were fluttering. So Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. So when she was pulling the ivory needle, then her hands were shaking, her hands were fluttering, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult for her to pull it, because now she grew old. So she had no strength for pulling that ivory needle. The massive weight of the uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. So how did it happen? The massive weight of uncle's wedding band, the massive weight, the responsibilities which uncle imposed on Aunt Jennifer's, the responsibilities which she was imposed by uncle after she had got married to uncle. Because of that responsibilities, because of that exploitation, now she could not pull the ivory needle properly. She was unable to do it, because it sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. So because of that responsibilities, because of that male domination, her hand became very weak now, and she could not pull the ivory needle easily. When Aunt Jennifer is dead, her terrified hands will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So when Aunt Jennifer is dead, even after the death of Aunt Jennifer, her terrified hands will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So still her hands will be ringed by the ordeals. Ordeals means difficult experiences. Even after the Aunt Jennifer would die, so that terrible experience, that difficult experiences could be seen in Aunt Jennifer's hand, which she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing proud and unafraid. Even after she would die, the fear could be seen in her eye after her death. But the tigers which she had created on the panel, they will keep on prancing. It means Aunt Jennifer in her real life, she had no freedom. So that is why in order to express the freedom which she wanted, she had created the tigers on a panel and with the with this creation, she wanted to give the message of freedom. She wants the woman to she wants the women in the society to get freedom from this male dominated society. So that is why that she wants to move freely like a tiger. That is why she has created the tigers on the panels. So the way tigers are moving freely in the forest, they do not fear the men. In the same way, Aunt Jennifer symbolizes all the women who are the victim of the male dominated society. So Aunt Jennifer wants all the women who are the victim of this male dominated society, who cannot express themselves. They must be given freedom to express themselves, as a tiger moves freely in the forest without any fear. In the same way, the women in the society who are being exploited by this male dominated society, they must get opportunity for doing so. So this is what Aunt Jennifer wants to say through this poem, where Aunt Jennifer symbolizes all the women of the society. Okay, so now let us discuss the poetic devices used in this poem. Poetic devices used in this poem. First one is alliteration. It is not working, just wait a minute. Let us discuss the poetic devices used in this poem. So first poetic devices is alliteration. So where has alliterations been used? Fluttering fingers. Look at this line. Fluttering fingers. Repetition of F. Fluttering fingers. Prancing proud. Prancing proud. Repetition of B. Next is imagery. Second poetic device is imagery. Imagery has been used in the second line, bright topaz denizens, where the tigers have been imagined as bright topaz denizens. Bright topaz denizens. This is imagery here. The next poetic device is symbolism. There are plenty use of symbolism in this poem. Let me rub it and make you write down the next poetic device, symbolism. Use of symbolism in this poem. Tigers. Here tigers are freedom of spirit. Tigers, they symbolizes freedom of spirit. Next is Aunt Jennifer. Aunt Jennifer. Aunt Jennifer itself, which symbolizes the women's suppressed patriarchal society. Women suppressed patriarchal society. Sorry. Patriarchal, women suppressed patriarchal society. So these are symbolism. Wedding band, oppressing in marriage. Next one is wedding band, that is oppression, oppressing in marriage, oppressing in marriage, oppressing in marriage. One more here, uncle, which represents male chauvinism. Let me rub it and write down the last one. Next is uncle. Who refers to male chauvinism, male chauvinism, that means prejudiced support of own cause. Okay, so it shows male chauvinism. Uncle here shows male chauvinism. So these are the symbolism. Tigers, which refers freedom of spirit. Aunt Jennifer, women suppressed patriarchal society. Wedding band, oppressing in marriage. Uncle, male chauvinism. Okay, so we have discussed about the author. Line by line explanation has been done, and poetic devices in this poem have been discussed. Okay, so now you will have to complete this lesson in your notebook. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.